Hello. Hello, everyone. I'm back and I'm going to be talking about enforcing your boundaries today. And basically, I'm giving you an instruction to enforce your boundaries. And I'm not sure if I've mentioned this before, but the reason I even got into doing research and learning about boundaries is because, first of all, I didn't realize that I didn't have any boundaries or not many, whether that was boundaries with myself, boundaries with other people. And once I became aware, and one of my favorite quotes is, awareness is the beginning of change, then I started to make some changes. And so what made me aware was a Instagram post by Dr. Carolyn Leaf. And the post said something to the effect that if you often find yourself resentful was the word. If you often find yourself resentful, it means that you need to set some boundaries in that area. So let's get into it. And I have a question for you. And this is going to let you know whether or not, this video is for you. Do you often, okay, I don't know what, okay, burps, belches, but do you ever find yourself frustrated or resentful because you've done things for people that you either didn't have the time to do, you didn't have the finances for, you didn't have the emotional wherewithal, you had already expressed to this person or people that this was your particular boundary, whether that is giving you a heads up if they want you to do something for them, or, take into consideration that, I'm not here to supplement your income and I got my own things going on, but yet they just keep coming back, right? And I had an incident. I would not say an incident, but whatever you want to call it, this weekend. Let's get into it. And shout out to Tabitha Brown. She done rubbed up on me. But a weekend because there's a person in my life that just does not respect my boundaries. And I don't really know why that's the case. However, I have expressed a particular boundary to them, which is if you need me to do something for you, I am happy to do something, whatever it is, take you somewhere, whatever it is, but I need you to give me a heads up. I need at least 3 days, because if you call me the day of, especially if it's on the weekend, I have already planned out my day. And so in order for me to accommodate you, I have to change my day and all of that. And so the last time previous to this weekend, that's what I did. I changed up my day. And of course, guess what? It took longer to complete what they needed me to do than I had allotted time for, or that I really had time for, and then it set me back. And so, of course, after, I had completed doing what it is that they wanted me to do, I'm like, oh my goodness, you know what? I'm not doing this again. I've said that before, but I really did mean it because I really got behind because I'm in school. I work full time. I got other things going on. Any human has a life. You got things you need to do, take out the trash, clean up, all that kind of stuff. And so, we all have things going on. And after that time, I said, you know what, baby, I'm going to stand my ground. I am not going to allow this person to bulldoze past my boundaries and twist my arm, guilt me, or whatever the case may be, because they refuse to respect my boundaries. And I think what really solidified it was the fact that the last conversation we had, they were like, oh yeah, I know you like me to give you some notice. Well, if you know that child, look, if you know that I have asked that you give me notice, then why are you not giving me notice? So it means that you just don't want to respect my boundary. Point blank, period. And so I know, based on that statement that they made to me, they are not mentally incapacitated or something is going on and I have to give them grace because, something's going on. No, they're fine. They're just choosing to do what they want to do. So here comes the weekend, last weekend, and they're calling me on a Saturday. Okay, well, by Saturday, my schedule has already been planned out. I have a million things to do and I don't have time to do whatever it is that they're calling me to do for them. And I just was like, you know what? I don't even feel guilty. I have got to enforce my boundary, because it's a conversation that I've had with myself time and time again. And you probably have had the same conversation after you allowed someone to overstep your bounds. not respect your boundaries, and now you are fussing, talking about how rude and disrespectful and inconsiderate they are. Okay, but the bottom line is it's up to us to enforce our boundaries. We cannot expect other people to enforce our boundaries for us. We can express to them, I don't know what's going on with this camera. Ooh, let me leave it alone. We can express to them that this is my boundary. Now, that's what we let them do. And now, whether or not they respect the boundary, it's on them. And if we see that this is a person that does not respect our boundary, then we have to change our behavior and make sure that we are protecting our peace and enforcing those boundaries, so that we're not resentful, so that we're not ruining relationships, so that we're not wasting time fussing at ourselves because they don't care. After you have let them bulldoze you, guess what? They done got what they wanted, and now they have gone on. And so and that's just the realization that I had to come to. I was like, you know what? You keep fussing about this person or that person, but the bottom line is you're not enforcing the boundary. You don't have to say yes. You're saying yes under duress or whatever the case may be, and now you mad. So I'm like, oh, okay, I ain't gonna be mad no more. You wanna know why? Because I'm not saying yes anymore. It's gonna have to be a life or death situation, something, where I can make it, where I'll make an exception, or like like on my job, an OTE, I'm gonna make a one-time exception for you. But if it's not something that's crucial, critical, I'm not making any exceptions. And I'm asking you to do the same thing, because there are a lot of reasons why we have boundaries, and we're doing a lot of things, and we don't have to explain to anybody what it is that we're doing. I don't care if you're taking a full day to rest. Honey, you got to take care of your mental and emotional health. That is your business. So I will say, just make sure that you blah, blah, blah. Just make sure that you are enforcing your boundaries, so that you don't continue in this cycle of being frustrated with other people when they've already shown you who they are and what it is that they're going to do, whether they're going to enforce whether they're going to respect your boundary or not. They've already shown that through their behavior. And once you see that a person is determined to get whatever it is that they want and not respect your boundaries after you have expressed it to them time and time again, well, then it's time for you to make sure that you are enforcing those personal boundaries that you have set up for yourself, and stop allowing people, and I want to say stop allowing people to frustrate you, but we have to take some accountability here. It's not the person that's frustrated. You're frustrated with yourself because you gave in to do something that you said you wasn't going to do. Now, that's the real tea. That's the truth of the matter is you are frustrated because here you are. You have given up your time. You have given up your money. You have given up energy that you barely had to do the things that you need to do for yourself to somebody else. And now you're frustrated with yourself because you're like, you know what, I'm so sick. But you are thinking that they're doing it. No, they're asking you, but you have the option and the right to say no. And if you keep saying yes when you really want to say no, that's on you. And you will keep finding yourself frustrated, irritated, and upset, thinking that somebody is doing something to you. No, they being just who they are. Oh my God, they being just who they are and who they want to be. And they are not changing their stripes, their spots, their behavior. So why you keep changing yours? Woo! My goodness, that's a word right there. Why you keep changing your behavior? Why you keep changing your schedule? Why you keep changing your budget? Why do you keep changing to accommodate other people who clearly are not giving you that same consideration? Period. So take time to think about that. It's not the other people. It's you not enforcing your boundaries. It's you. It's you. It's you. You're the one. Oh, you know what? It's like when Nathan came to David, it was talking about, what happened with Bathsheba. And David was like, oh, that man. And he was like, it's you. Yeah, I'm Nathan today. It's you. You're the one. You're the one. You are the man, the woman. Anyway, that's all I have to say, I believe. But, I can't think of anything else. So I guess I have released it all. Make sure you are enforcing those boundaries. And until next time, take care.